Lady Death is the former Grim Reaper and current ferryman within the Banlands. As the current ferryman, Lady Death, hereby referred to as simply Death, is in charge of handling the transportation of the dead within the Banlands. Due to her unwillingness to talk, no interviews with her have been possible. Death is the one responsible for reviving deceased Urban Shade personnel, allowing dead employees to be brought back to work. Urban Shade personnel are recommended to avoid death if possible, with multiple casualties coming out of an individual's paycheck. Whilst procuring tokens over time is relatively cheap, acquiring many in quick succession can add up to be incredibly expensive relatively quickly. As such, if an event with a high predicted casualty occurs, it is highly recommended to rely on the expendable rank prisoners. After her husband, the former ferryman, was killed by the guardian angel of the Banlands during a fight, Death was forced to take up the position as the replacement ferryman. Letting the newly opened Reaper position go to Hallowed, Death took up the mantle as the new ferryman, transporting the souls of the dead to the cities within the Banlands. After the defeat of the guardian angel, Death ceased to do her work entirely and returned to the Lake of the Dead's pier. Instead of performing her duties, Death spends the majority of her time standing on the edge of the pier, staring into the ocean of souls. She only fulfills her obligations when Urban Shade affiliated personnel pay her with ferryman tokens to bring back their dead. Seemingly, tokens have no value to Death, as whenever she brings back a soul, she simply tosses the token back into the ocean. It is assumed that she only does her duties for the tokens in order to preserve her husband's legacy, or as a small thank you for avenging her husband. It should be noted that if she is to revive the same soul in quick succession, she will become agitated and, while still bringing the soul back, will not do so without causing slight bodily harm to the soul. With Death neglecting her responsibilities, the Lake of the Dead has been filled to the brim with souls. The devil, agitated by the lack of new friends being brought to the cities, has commissioned Urban Shade to construct a machine to take over Death's role, allowing her to retire. As of writing this, construction of the new ferryman is estimated to be complete in late 2026.